It was a gray Tuesday, the kind of day where the sky seemed to blend seamlessly with the concrete, and my to-do list felt endless, a sprawling landscape of obligations and deadlines that stretched out before me, each task a tiny mountain to climb. The weight of it all pressed down, a heavy blanket on my shoulders. Overwhelmed, I wandered into the kitchen, seeking refuge from the demands of the day, searching for a break from monotony, a small escape from the relentless cycle of work. I needed a moment to breathe, a pause in the chaos. My eyes landed on a single, vibrant orange in the fruit bowl. It stood out like a beacon, a burst of sunshine against the muted tones of the kitchen. On impulse, I picked it up, drawn to its smooth, firm texture and the promise of something refreshing. I decided to peel it by hand, resisting the urge to grab a knife. I wanted to prolong the experience, to savor each step. As the skin broke, a burst of citrus scent filled the air, a fragrant mist released from tiny pockets, clean, sharp, invigorating. It was an instant aromatherapy session, a natural pick-me-up. For a moment, I was transported away from my dreary kitchen to sun-drenched groves and the warmth of a summer day. The simple act of peeling the orange shifted my mood, like turning a dial from stress to serenity. I focused on the sound of the peel tearing, a soft, satisfying rip that echoed in the quiet kitchen. The feel of the juicy segments, cool and plump against my fingertips. The bright white pith, a stark contrast to the vibrant orange. I was present, absorbed in the moment, my mind quieted by the simple task at hand. By the time I finished, I held the orange segments like little jewels of sunlight, precious gems in the palm of my hand. I tasted one, sweet, tangy, unexpectedly delicious. The juice burst in my mouth, a wave of flavor that washed away the day's worries. The day outside was still gray, a constant reminder of the gloom, and my tasks remained, still waiting to be tackled. But something inside me had changed. The weight on my shoulders felt a little lighter, the mountains a little smaller. A tiny switch had flipped, shifting my perspective, offering a glimmer of hope. That small sensory experience brought unexpected joy, a moment of pure, simple pleasure. It reminded me that happiness can be found in the most ordinary things, in the everyday moments we often overlook. Sometimes all it takes is a moment of presence, a conscious effort to appreciate the here and now. Even a simple orange can brighten the dullest day, a small spark of joy in the midst of the mundane. Joy is often hidden in plain sight, waiting to be discovered in the simplest of moments, if we only take the time to notice. That spark of pleasure, that burst of flavor when you bite into a juicy orange, that feeling of satisfaction and simple joy, that's dopamine at work, orchestrating a symphony of signals within your brain. It's a fundamental process that shapes our experiences. Dopamine is a neurotransmitter, one of the many chemical messengers, a chemical messenger in your brain, responsible for transmitting signals between nerve cells. It plays a crucial role in numerous brain functions. It's often called the feel-good chemical, and while that's a simplified explanation, it hints at its powerful influence on our emotions. But it's really about motivation and reward. It's the driving force behind our actions, pushing us to seek out things that are beneficial to our survival and well-being. When you experience something enjoyable, something that brings you pleasure or satisfaction, your brain releases dopamine, flooding your neural pathways with this rewarding chemical. It's your brain's way of saying, "Let's do that again." It reinforces the behavior, making you more likely to repeat it in the future. This reward system encourages behaviors that help us survive, ensuring the continuation of our species. Like eating a nourishing meal, connecting with loved ones, or even savoring a simple fruit, paying attention to its taste and texture. Dopamine lights up the pathways in your brain, creating a network of associations linked to pleasure, making those experiences more memorable and desirable. That's why just thinking about your favorite snack, even before you taste it, can make you feel good. It's the anticipation of dopamine, the promise of a reward that's about to be fulfilled. Happiness isn't just an abstract idea, a fleeting emotion that comes and goes. It's a real physical process in your brain, driven by the release and reception of neurotransmitters like dopamine. Understanding this gives us power, the ability to take control of our own well-being. We can choose small activities, conscious decisions that shape our daily experiences, that trigger this positive response, gently nudging our brains towards happiness and contentment. It's not about chasing big highs, seeking extreme thrills that can lead to burnout and disappointment, but about creating little boosts, incorporating small moments of joy into our everyday routines. The magic is in the everyday moments, the simple pleasures that often go unnoticed. By knowing how dopamine works, by understanding its role in our motivation and reward system, we can influence our own happiness, taking proactive steps to cultivate a more positive and fulfilling life. Small pleasures are the key, the building blocks of a happier and more resilient you. We can give ourselves a boost whenever we need it, consciously choosing activities that bring us joy and satisfaction. The brain's reward system isn't just for big events. Small everyday pleasures, like a warm drink or a favorite song, trigger dopamine too. These microdoses of happiness add up, creating a buffer against stress. Savoring small joys is a scientifically sound way to improve mental health. When you notice and appreciate these moments, you train your brain to focus on the positive. This rewires your mindset, making you more resilient and optimistic. Even anticipating a small pleasure releases dopamine. Planning a treat or a favorite activity gives you something to look forward to. Small joys don't just lift a moment, they can color your whole day. The journey becomes as rewarding as the destination. We chase big moments, graduations, dream jobs, perfect vacations, believing they'll bring lasting happiness. But these events are rare and the joy they bring fades quickly. Our brains adapt and we return to our baseline. Relying only on big wins means spending most of life waiting. Small pleasures, however, are always available. They're the gentle hills that fill our days, not just the rare peaks. Because they're varied and frequent, we don't adapt to them as quickly. Each small joy is a new discovery. True happiness is a mosaic of tiny delights, not just grand events. The big moments stand out, but the small ones fill in the beauty. Contentment is built moment by moment. There's comfort in the familiar, your favorite childhood snack or a show you've watched countless times. Nostalgia connects us to who we were, and the brain loves predictability. Eating a favorite cookie or rewatching a beloved sitcom guarantees a dopamine boost. When stressed, we turn to these comforts because they're reliable sources of pleasure. Rewatching a show isn't just about the story, it's about reliving the feelings and memories tied to it. Familiarity soothes us, lowering stress and letting dopamine shine. Comfort foods do more than satisfy hunger, they satisfy emotional needs. A taste or smell can transport us to safe, happy places. These small, familiar pleasures are powerful tools for self-soothing. They help us regulate emotions and find happiness in tough times. Simple, accessible, and effective. Comfort is just a snack or a show away. Lean into these moments when you need a lift. They're your brain's way of giving you a hug. Recognizing small joys is just the start. Cultivating them is next. Think of it as building a personal treasure chest of pleasures. Make a list of simple things that lift your mood, unique to you. Don't overthink it, just jot down what makes you smile. Consider all your senses: sights, sounds, smells, tastes, and touches. Maybe it's a sunset, a favorite song, fresh coffee, or a cozy blanket. This list becomes your happiness toolkit. When you're down, consult your treasure chest and pick one thing to do. Choosing a pleasure is empowering. It's taking happiness into your own hands. Keep adding new joys as you discover them. Your treasure chest is a living collection. It's your personal map to everyday contentment. Small joys, collected and savored, make happiness accessible. Beyond your list, the real skill is finding new joys in the present. This is the art of noticing, being mindful in everyday life. We often rush through routines, missing the world around us. Happiness is often right in front of us, waiting to be seen. Practice mindfulness by being fully present for a small part of your day. Notice the feel of your steps, the sound of birds, the play of light. Try the one thing exercise. Pause and notice one pleasant thing around you. This simple act interrupts autopilot and creates a pocket of appreciation. Over time, your brain learns to scan for the good automatically. You'll start to find beauty in unexpected places. The world is full of small joys, if you pay attention. Tune in and let your awareness magnify these moments. Happiness grows where you focus your attention. Let's get practical. How do you weave small joys into daily life? Create a dopamine menu, a list of pleasures to sprinkle through your day. Start your morning with something you enjoy. A stretch, a sip of coffee, a favorite song. This sets a positive tone for the day. Take pleasure breaks at work. Step outside, listen to a funny clip, savor a snack. Use your treasure chest instead of mindless scrolling. These intentional breaks reset your brain and reduce stress. End your day with a wind-down ritual. Read, sip tea, write down 3 things you're grateful for. This signals your brain to rest and ends your day with calm. The goal isn't to add chores, but to make pleasure a natural part of your routine. Plan some joys, but leave room for spontaneous discoveries. Small pleasures woven into your day create a foundation of happiness. Make joy a habit, not an afterthought. In the pursuit of happiness, we often look for fireworks, those grand, explosive moments that light up our lives with fleeting brilliance. We chase after the extraordinary, believing that happiness resides solely in these monumental events. Big, life-changing events, like weddings, graduations, or significant career milestones. These are the moments we mark on our calendars, the ones we anticipate with bated breath, believing they hold the key to lasting joy. But true happiness is quieter, a gentle hum rather than a resounding boom. It's not about the spectacular but the subtle, woven into everyday life, an intricate pattern of small joys and simple pleasures. It's the sum of countless small moments of pleasure and connection, the seemingly insignificant details that, when woven together, create a rich and fulfilling life. Think of your life as a tapestry, a beautiful work of art created over time. Big events are the bold threads, the vibrant colors that immediately catch the eye. But the richness comes from the smaller ones, the subtle shades and textures that add depth and complexity. Everyday pleasures, those simple moments that often go unnoticed. Shared laughs, the sound of genuine connection and lighthearted joy. A perfect cup of tea, a moment of warmth and comfort in the midst of a busy day. A beautiful sunset, a reminder of the beauty and wonder that surrounds us. Fill in the spaces, creating a complete and vibrant picture. By seeking out and savoring small joys, by paying attention to the beauty and wonder in the everyday, you become the weaver of your own happiness, actively shaping your life with intention and gratitude. You're not waiting for joy to find you, passively hoping for happiness to arrive. You're creating it, one thread at a time, consciously choosing to focus on the positive and appreciate the present moment. This isn't about escaping challenges, pretending that life is always easy, but building resilience to face them, knowing that even in difficult times, there are still small joys to be found. A day filled with small pleasures is a day where stress has less power, where you are better equipped to handle whatever comes your way. Start today. Begin your journey towards a happier life. Notice the little things, the small details that often go unnoticed in the hustle and bustle of daily life. A sip of water, a warm greeting, a moment of connection with another human being, a ray of sunlight, a reminder of the warmth and light that exists even on the darkest days. These moments are everywhere, waiting to be seen, readily available to anyone who takes the time to look. They're the building blocks of a joyful life, the foundation upon which you can build a lasting sense of well-being. Don't underestimate their power, for it is in these small moments that true happiness resides. In the simple appreciation of a single orange, the vibrant color, the sweet scent, the juicy taste, you can find the seed of a happier life, a reminder to savor the present moment and appreciate the simple things. The big picture of happiness is painted with the brush strokes of small joys, each one contributing to a masterpiece of a life well lived.